Hey guys, it's Sweet Nightingale here, and as you can see, I got my game going. Now, when you load the game up after you get your mods in, you're going to get this screen. Now, it's trying to log me in here, but you're going to get a little pop-up screen that's going to tell you that your game is recognizing that there's mods put in. And these are all the mods that I use, and this is okay. You know, generally a lot of times, you know, pop-ups are kind of bad, but in this case, this is exactly what you want to have happen. So these are all of the mods that I use. Most of these are from NRAS. Now, I did forget to put in my arrow trap mod, so I'm going to have to go back in later on and put that back in. So when you get this, you know, this just recognizes the mods that you have in the game. And so you go down the list, and if you figure out that something is missing, you can go back and see what happened. Maybe it didn't get installed properly or whatever. So anyway, when you're satisfied with what you have, you click on the little arrow, okay? So then we're back at the normal screen, and it's got me logged in. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to enable my testing cheats because I always tend to do that in the very beginning. Yep. So in order to show you what these things do, we're going to go ahead and start up a new game. Excuse me. And let's go ahead and start this up in Lucky Palms, just because it's a nice world. So go ahead and do that. Now I'll be back when this is loaded, and we'll get right to it. Okay guys, so here is going to be our little flyover of Lucky Palms. Okay. Now when you get in this, you can go into create a sim, and everything that you want to do is perfectly fine. But what's going to change is when you actually get into the game. So for the sake of this demo here, we're going to just go ahead and choose a household. Now you can actually, like I said, go into create a sim and do what you need to do. But like I said, we're just going to choose someone here. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose the Golden Gals, who's right on the docks here. So we're going to go ahead and select them. And let's go ahead and hit our arrow. Okay, we're going to get into the game here. Now I tend to pause this right away once I get into this because all of this is going to happen very, very quickly. Okay, we actually didn't have to worry about pausing because we got a message right away. Now it says, welcome to the NRAS story progression mod. It appears that this is the first time using this mod in this town. Currently, this mod's story progression is disabled and not maintaining the neighborhood. So this is asking if we want to enable this this particular mod. Now, if you don't want to, and if you just want to keep EA's story, you can just click on this X. But let's say we want to go ahead and maintain the story. So we're going to go ahead and click the arrow. Now we have another message. It appears that you have changed the age span. Do you wish to adjust the manager speeds to maintain? Okay, so I guess we got another message. We're going to go ahead and click that. So we have another, okay, so I've got it paused. We got another message here. The town council has expressed dismay regarding the local vagrant. Okay, so this is asking if we want to fix all the homeless Sims. The vagrant population would like to run them all out of town. Okay, so you can either, if you hit the X, then it'll say no, just leave it the way it is. Or you can hit the arrow and we'll just say yes, let's fix the homeless Sims. So now let's go ahead and pause this because this is going to happen very, very, very quickly. And we've got like a lot of messages here. So, oh, view the Weatherstone. So we'll just do that later. Now I've never really messed with this family. We have Evangeline Finch, Jenny Gomez, and Luella Patterson. Okay, so these are our, and I've never seen this house. I want to see this house. They live in this little house on the docks. Okay, this is a cute little house. Yeah, very cute. You could get quite a bit done here. Okay, so anyway, now we can go in and we can kind of adjust a few things, and you kind of want to do that before you actually get into your game here. So we're just going to click on someone right here. And we're going to go ahead and get into, we'll go ahead and click on, now the mods that I have, we're going to go ahead and hit the, NRAS menu. And these are all the mods that we have installed. I have Master Controller, I have Overwatch. Now, I don't mess with Overwatch because it does its job and there's really no need to mess with any of the settings unless you really, really got to. So we'll go ahead and mess with the story progression one first. So here are all the options. Now you can create casts if you want to, but we're just going to leave that as is because we really don't need to do that. Now you can go ahead and do your immigrant options. Oops. Like if you want tourists and stuff here. So I'm trying to find the option where, because I don't really like the hyphenated, I really don't like the hyphenated names. So now you can actually have everything go static where they don't really need to do anything. Okay, so here we go. This is what we need. We want to go under the romance here. We're going to go ahead and under romance, marriage, name, we're going to click on this one, and we want to go ahead and change this up. Okay, so we want to go ahead and change this to the husband's name because I kind of like that little classic one because I don't like all those hyphenated names. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and under romance. And these are all of our romance options, like you can allow going steady, you can allow marriage. Now there's some households, like if you want to disallow it, you can. So let's go ahead and do romance, marriage, name. So we're going to click on it. And again, we're going to go ahead and tell it to take the husband's name. Okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and go into general options. So we go into general options, we're going to go ahead and go under stories. Now, this is where, okay, like when you enable this, you're going to get some notifications up in the right corner saying like who's doing what and everything, and it's going to tell you everything that every sim in the town is doing. And it can get a little crazy if you decide to do it on all. Now you can choose either one of these or any combination of these to, like, I mean, everybody's going to have a story, but these are the ones that you're going to see, like in your notification. So what I tend to do is I tend to do blood, and I tend to do friends. And yeah, that's what I do. I do blood and I do friends. So what it's going to give you is you're going to get like a little custom, you're going to get a custom thing under stories. Okay. So it's going to tell you if you just chose blood, it's going to say blood. If you just chose friends, it's going to say friends. You can choose just your household, any of that good stuff. So, and you can choose a good combination of that, but I tend to just go with that. Okay. So next, we're going to go ahead and exit out of that, and we're going to go ahead and, oops, if we can get on the right person here. Let's go ahead and we're going to go under the NROS thing here, and oops, actually let's click on the right sim here because that will help. Oh, she's pregnant. Wow. Yeah, she's definitely pregnant. Okay, so let's go ahead and go under the NROS menu, and let's go ahead and do Master Controller. And then here's going to be a whole new set of settings here. So let's go ahead and do Intermediate, which this is what's gonna help us. Now you can do like Instant Baby. You can add a baby to the household. You can do just different things here. Favorites. You can control the celebrity points of each sim, lifetime wish. So I mean, there's so much that you can do here. There's just so much that you can do. So what I tend to do is, okay, so if we go back into the master controller and let's go ahead and go under, advanced. And gosh, you can force a kill. You can kill them if you want to, but we're not going to go ahead and do that. We are not definitely going to do that. You can change the autonomy. Now, if you go under books, you can change known songs. So she can go ahead and know all of these songs from France and China and Egypt and all that. So you can change up all that. So she knows all of those. You can do that immediately. General written books, they're going to know all of these. So you can say that, you know, they know all of these books, okay, that they've read all of them. Okay, so if you go back and let's say toddler books, if you click on all of these toddler books, and you can do this for all of your toddlers too. it's going to say that they know these, all of these. So let's just go, for the heck of it, let's just go ahead and check them all. Okay. So again, if you click on the toddler books, they're going to know them. Okay. Now, then if you go back into, oops, I should have stayed back into it. So if you go back into NROS, let's go back into Master Controller. And again, let's go ahead and choose Advanced Settings. Now, if you go into skill levels, okay, now let's say that your game crashes or something and you got to kind of get back to where you sort of were, or if you're just kind of like, you know, if you kind of lose a bunch of progress and you want to just kind of get back into the, if you want to get them back to the skill levels that they were at without having to do all this again. Now, let's say, okay, let's say we need to adjust the martial arts skill. So we're going to click on it. Okay, and let's go ahead and hit the arrow. Now, she starts out at -1, which means she doesn't know any martial arts right now. But if we put this up to 10, then she's going to master this martial arts skill. So again, we're going to end up getting these pop-ups. So it says here that she's mastered the martial arts. We're going to get these pop-ups. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So so like if you're starting out a game and let's say you want to have a character that has a certain amount of skill, like in the very beginning, then you can actually go in there and you can edit those skills. And she would get in there to show off like a new belt or something. Whoops. So, but we're not going to have her do that. Oops, we're not going to have her do that. Now, you can even go into a house, like if you know that there's going to be a house that you want to move into and you don't want anybody to move into it, you can actually set it for that. I mean, there's just so much that you can actually do with this here, with all of these mods here. So let's go ahead and go back into Master Controller. And let's go ahead and do some, let's see what it has under household. You can clean all, you can evict them, you can change the household name, you can change their family fund, you can reset objects. So if you got like a glitch or something that you need to kind of clean things up a little bit, you can do that. Let's see, if you go into the tags, now this is where you can like add the different tags like to the map and all that. But I'm not gonna do anything with that because I really want you guys to see what it comes with, like in an LP, which you're gonna see. So then if we go into basic, you can do log names, money transfer, mood, blah blah blah. Okay, so there's just a lot that you can do there. Okay, let's go ahead and go under progression, and let's go ahead and go under options. And again, these are like the different casts, but you know, we're not going to do that because it's like a social cast or something like that. So this is just your different settings and stuff, like allow aging and all that. Okay, so let's go ahead, and what we're going to go ahead and do is, okay, we actually do have a computer, so we don't have to go to City Hall. The computer and City Hall will do exactly the same thing. So let's go ahead and click on the computer, and we're going to go ahead and look at the NROS thing here, which I believe is going to be under more. So let's pick the NROS. Now, as you can see, we've got a little bit more to do here. So let's go ahead and look under Traveler, and we can go ahead and we've got like different settings here. It says prompt to save true, so you can turn that to false if you don't want to have it save automatically, because it will save automatically when you go to travel. And let me just show you what Traveler can do in just a minute here. See, travel world cost per day. Now it starts out at 200, so we can go ahead and change this to say 75 should we choose. So you can change those values. You can make that higher or lower. So again, we need to click on this again. The only thing is you got to go back into this when you change up something. So we're gonna travel. Okay, you can do a total reset, show debugging, remove travel restrictions. So you can actually, if you remove the travel restrictions, you can take anybody, like babies and toddlers. You can take anybody, even if they're pregnant. So yeah. But let's go ahead and see what happens for when they're going to travel. Okay. Now, if you click on their phone, you're not going to see an option where it's going to say travel. What you have to do is you actually have to save your game very quickly before you can actually travel. So let's go ahead and save it. And we're just going to call it Lucky Palms Demo, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and save it very quickly. Okay. Now let's go ahead and have her go to China. Oh, let's see. She wants to fertilize plants. Harvest a wild plant. Write a sci-fi novel. Buy a planter bowl. Read a book about gardening. We're not gonna do any wishes right now. We're gonna take all of this off for now. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and have her. We're gonna click on the phone again, and we're gonna go ahead and travel. Let's see if it's here. Okay. So as you can see, we have the option to travel. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and look at this. And Weatherstone. Now, as you can see, we have some pop-ups. It says stories is custom, which means we're not going to see romance, marriage is name, husband, blah, 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 blah. So these are just the different settings that we have for our mod. Like when you set that, it's going to tell you what you set it to. So let's go ahead and it's going to say to travel. Now, as you can see, we have the World Adventures Worlds is traveling to China and Egypt and France. Okay, but if we roll through, as you can see, we're going to have Appaloosa Plains. We're going to have any installed world that you're going to be able to travel to. So Lunar Lakes, you can travel to Lunar Lakes. Okay. You can even travel to Twinbrook. You can travel to, I think I can even travel to the Midnight Sun because I have that installed. Starlight Shores. You can do Riverview. Moonlight Falls. See? Monte Vista. Lunar Lakes, Isle of the Midnight Sun, so you can even travel to that little island world. So this mod makes it possible to travel to any installed world that you have. You can even do custom worlds. But let's go ahead and go to China, and we're just going to take her for right now, and we're just going to see what. There's a couple of things that I want to show you there. Okay. We'll go ahead and get her to. So as you can see, it's got like the different messages from what the different Sims are doing. Okay, so we're just gonna get into that little. Now it's prompting. It's prompting us to save. So we're gonna call it Lucky Palms Demo. Now what it does is you can actually save it under a different name, or you can just keep the same name. But it's a good idea, like to go ahead and save it before you actually travel. Like to go ahead and save it when, or to keep the prompt on where you can save it, because like let's say you got a crash, or let's say you got a little problem, you're right where you were, and then you can figure out what the issue is and then do something about it. So anyway, let's go ahead and save is already selected. Are you sure you want to overwrite it? Yes. So I will be back when we're in China, and we'll get an opportunity, and I'll show you what other things we need to do to get this to work. Okay, so here we are in China, and we have our little flyover here. So we're just going to see what China looks like as we fly over. And I think we're going to get another alert here in just a moment. Okay, so we'll just wait for that. Okay. Go back to base camp here with her. Okay, so now it's asking again. This is the story progression mod. Now, if you want to go ahead and have the NRAS story mod take over China and all that, you can have them, have babies, do all this other stuff, or you can just click the X and have the EA story progression take this over. If you just want to do regular world adventures, which is we're going to go ahead and click the X for that one. Now. We have Social Merchant Maya Wang. Now with the register mod, it's going to tell you who is going to do what roles. Okay. So now let's go ahead and check for an adventure, and we'll get this tomb, and I'll show you what we need to do to be able to. Now we're going to end up having weather effects in China. As you can see, we have the little seasons here. With the Traveler mod, you're going to get seasonal effects. which is going to be kind of cool. So, you know, we're in summer, 7 days in summer. So don't be surprised if you go to China and you get rain or thunderstorms or whatever, but you get this with this mod. So, okay, so we have to spar with Zhang 2 times. But, yeah, what I'd like to do, we're going to go ahead and exit out of that, and let's go ahead and check for another opportunity. I would like to get that, check for an adventure. I would like to get that tomb here, and I may have to go in and get the key. Collect 5 medals and deliver. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the buy debug mode, and we're going to go get the key to the Halls of the Lost Army, I think. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and show you what's going to happen here. Now, and I'm going to pause this so she doesn't go anywhere. Now, you're supposed to kind of mouse over everything to get to what you're going to need. Now, what this is going to do, if you click on anything, is just going to show you the NROS thing here. So, it kind of doesn't really do much. So, what we need to do is we're going to go ahead and click on our sim. Okay. So I was a little mistaken. So if you actually kind of mouse over the wall here, you can kind of see how you get like the little asterisk here, and you get the NROS menu. You don't want that. So you want to go ahead and click on your sim, and you want to go to NROS, and you want to go to story progression. And what I was missing now, I've not really messed with this mod too much. So I've messed with it a little bit. So I'm still kind of learning a lot of the ins and outs of it, but yeah. So we want to go ahead and go into general options, which is right there. And what we want to do is we want to go into options, let's see, options lots, as you can see right there. Now there's a bunch of different things that we can do. You can do automatic cleaning, you can do cleanup, duplicate library, books, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this here. You can show the map tags, you can show colored tags, which the color tags are part of the tags that's going to be into the mod, you know, for the story progression. But what we want to show. Now, if you go into the little map tags here, it says show map tags. You can actually click like what tags that you want to see. Okay. But let's go ahead. What we want to do is this main thing here. So what we want to show is we want to hit on show menu interactions. Now, if you click on it, yep, show menu interactions. And we want to click on that, and it's going to say false, because if you click on it again, it's going to say true. Okay, so it's going to toggle. So we'll click on menu interactions. It's going to say false. Let's go ahead and get out of this menu here. And as you can see, if you just mouse over the wall, you get the normal thing. It's not going to change anymore. And because if you have that little asterisk over the walls, it's going to be really hard for you to play World Adventures. So as you can see, we're not going to get the little NROS menu with that. So. Now, if we go ahead and we pull a statue over like this, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and pull far. And so as you can see, we can go ahead and play our World Adventures. We're not going to get the little thing going on. Okay, it says show menu interactions false. So we're going to do that with the lots, and we're going to be good to go. Yeah. And I think we're going to have to push it. Yeah, I think we better push far because that didn't help. No. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Gosh. Okay, we need to go ahead and pull it. Let's go ahead and pull it. Come on, pull it. Come on. We need to pull it. There we go. Now let's go ahead and push far. So that is how that works. Stand on it. So that is how that works. So you can set up so many different things with this master controller mod and this story progression mod. It's really awesome because there's just so many things that you can actually control with it. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and message me. and or put a comment on the video, and I'll try to walk you through a little bit more if if you guys have any questions. But just if you decide to get it, just play around with it, see what it'll do. Go to the NROS pages and read all the interactions it has for it. It's kind of like a little in-depth user's manual kind of thing. So yeah, I totally highly recommend doing that, and this just really makes the game a lot better. There's so much more that you can control, and yeah, it really cleans up a lot of things, and it fixes a lot of things. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next LP. Okay, bye guys.